Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the author Andrew Snorton, and you're joining me in a creative manner for the Fast 15. We normally do this chat at about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but I had a few extra moving parts and I didn't get the notification out in time. So I want to thank everybody for being patient and bearing with me as I'm kind of out and about on location. The best ways to stay connected with me are going to be on Instagram at AuthorASnorton, and when you click on the link in the bio, which is going to be my link tree, linktr.ee/AuthorASnorton. Go there, that way you can pull up the newsletter, which, I forgot, I need to update the, oh gosh, I'm running behind on stuff. The new newsletter went out yesterday, but I need to update the link in the link tree because it has a previous one. But you can check out the newsletter, you can check out all the social media, the coffee collaboration, the Author Andrew Snorton blend with Fonte's Coffee, previous editions of the Conversation Corner on the Status Network live TV channel, the archives, any other updates. So I will get that updated today after I finish here. But those are the best ways to stay connected with me again. AuthorASnorton on Instagram, then click on the link in the bio for my link tree, linktr.ee/AuthorASnorton. So before we get into the passage we're going to go through for today, just always want to give a little bit of acknowledgement for people that aren't doing so great, whether it's something physical health, mental health, job-wise, family-wise, community-wise, or what have you. Just want to send a word of encouragement up and let you know, hey, there are people who are genuinely concerned about you, so don't think people don't care. There are people who are concerned and want you to pull through things successfully as possible. So if ever you're going through requires something professional help, you just have to change the way you move, who you move with, things along those lines. Identify constructive ways to go ahead and pause, reboot, and move forward, because as you get better, you're going to help others around you get better. By the same token, there's a number of positives going on for people. If you're one of those people that's experiencing, positive growth, whether on your job or your physical goals or even your mental goals, spiritual goals, whatever, something constructive or something positive has happened, hey, feed off of that. Feed off the positive energy, get prepared for what's next, but let's not forget our friends and associates that really might be going through something. So those are the notes that we always try to provide for just about anybody. So in that spirit, we're going to do things a little bit different. There's a stretch where the first Wednesday of each month, I would pull a selection from another author. And I think today, with it being April 3rd, it's timely that I pull a couple of passages. Well, two selections from, a bittersweet piece done by the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. As many people are aware, on April 4th, 1968, he was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee at the Lorraine Motel. So his last public speech took place the night before April 3rd of 1968. So you're looking at 56 years ago. 56 years ago is when he made his final public speech. Referred to, I've been to the mountaintop. So I would encourage that you investigate this on your own, research, look at the video, but look at the actual document itself. It's very timely because a number of the themes and concepts he talked about are themes and concepts that are still going on today. So they say those that don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. So we're going to learn a little bit of history. So I took time to reread this. I know, what a surprise, an author that reads. I know, well, hey, I do that type of thing. So there's two passages that I want to pull from I've been to a mountaintop speech, just to have you kind of think and pause for a minute. So here we go. Let us rise up tonight with a greater readiness. Let us stand with a greater determination, and let us move on in these powerful days, these days of challenge to make America what it ought to be. We have an opportunity to make America a better nation, and I want to thank God once more for allowing me to be here with you. Think about what a better America means. A better America basically means, to keep it simple, respect and acknowledge people's humanity. Let's just simplify it. And we're seeing too many instances to name not just the usual suspects, but for lack of a better term, strategic attacks to maintain the class and caste system. Let's just call it out as it is. So to keep it real simple, what does a better America look like? Well, I'll put it to you like this. It has to be grounded in respect, decency, acknowledgement. It also has to be grounded in what can we do to correct the mistakes that have been made before. So I'm going to leave it there and have you read between the lines and do a bit of research as to what that can look like. Now, can we achieve it? Who's to say? But I do know if we don't make efforts, we already know what the outcome is going to be. So that's one part that I want you to think about. And then here's the other, which you kind of see where this is going. And there's a lesson behind this one too. So here it goes. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place, but I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will, and He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. Now, you can dissect this all you want, but here's a simple way of looking at it. It's easy to talk about things and talk about change when you kind of know what the outcome is, or if you're going to see it. But even in that quote, he kind of knew the clock was ticking. Well, technically the clock is ticking all the time, but he knew something was about to happen. Little did we know it would be the very next day. But ask yourself this question for those people that talk about or critique this or say what I would and wouldn't do. Would you be willing to take a stand knowing that you may never see the fruits of your labor, that you'll never see the outcome? And before you answer that, think about people historically, people who were written in the history books, people whose names are not even mentioned, that made personal sacrifices in order to, quote, make things better. And they knew that they might not see the outcome. So marinate on that for a little bit. The next time you, for lack of a term, hoot and holler about this is this and that is that and what I do, yeah, what would you do if you knew that your efforts may not always get reported, may not always get recognized, and you may not see the outcomes that you desire, especially when it comes to community uplift, community service, community outreach, reconciliation, respect, appreciation, all those types of things that we talk about. Are you willing to go ahead and put the rubber on the road, knowing that you might not ever see it happen? So those are some things for all of us to marinate on. So today's passage is taking excerpts from I've Been to the Mountaintop. I encourage you to definitely look at the entire speech from start to finish, read through it, watch it, and come up with some things on your own to really think about what can you do to make the places in which you live, work, and play just a little bit better. So, in that note, a couple of quick things. Shouts to our friends at Tree of Knowledge bookstore in Conyers, Georgia. They are carrying all of my books as well as limited bags of the AuthorASnorton blend coffee. Shouts to all the bookstores who have been extremely supportive. Recently restocked at Black Dot Cultural Center in Lithonia, Georgia. Restocked at Nubian Bookstore in Morrow, Georgia. So many thanks to everybody near and far bookstore-wise. It's been kind, supportive, and encouraging. On the horizon, starting to book up some more things for the summer. So June 19th for the Juneteenth Festival that the Hunt For Foundation is doing in Lincoln, Illinois. I will definitely be back. Looking forward to doing that. And April 3rd, Social Butterflies Foundation, which does amazing work regarding people living with lupus, access to resources, things along those lines. I'll be part of that event. So I'm filling up dates and I'll get those out to you. Shouts to our friends at Fonte's Coffee, an amazing collaboration with the AuthorASnorton blend. Actually got a very kind note from a gentleman based in Tampa, Florida, who's ordered the coffee. So make sure to visit fontescoffee.com, click on the menu for special collections. I'm the first one that shows up. Go ahead and get you the light, the medium, the decaf, which is basically a dark roast, and the bourbon infused, because we're bringing back the bourbon. We're just going to keep that going. So thank you guys. Trying to see what else is really coming up on the horizon. I'm sure there's some things. I will make sure to make an update in the link tree to make sure that the current link for the newsletter that went out yesterday is there. So again, when you go to my link tree, linktr.ee/AuthorASnorton, go on there. You'll have the entire menu of everything, so make sure to check it out. And yeah, just thank you to every bookstore, book club, book lover, special event, and more that's been supportive of me. It's a great 7-year journey, and looking forward to 7 times 7 and then some. So as we get ready to wind down, real quick on the press and media end, make sure to visit AuthorASnorton CCS on Instagram. We are back covering the Gwinnett Stripers, which is the AAA baseball team. So they're the top minor league affiliate for the Atlanta Braves. So we're excited. We have a recap of yesterday's home opener. So make sure to check them out at Coolray Field. They are doing a 6-game series, 6-game homestand against the Louisville Bats, who are affiliated with the Cincinnati Reds. So make sure to go to Coolray and check them out. Tonight, which is April 3rd, we're going to be at the Gas South District to catch the Atlanta Gladiators. So if you're a hockey fan, their home season concludes this Friday. They have a game tonight, game tomorrow, and a game on Friday. So we'll be covering the hockey team today and Friday. We covered the baseball team yesterday. We'll be back out there Thursday and throughout the season. So make sure to check out AuthorASnorton CCS for all of that. And as we get ready to close out and I get ready to go ahead and cover, you already know what I'm going to say. Whether small or big, a victory is a victory. Whether slow or swift, movement is movement. Keep it victorious. Keep it moving. Continued peace and blessings, each and every one of you. And hey, be the change that you desire to be, but make it positive for you and me. All right, peace. See you later. I'm out. Take care.